Yes, sir.
So this is what we should call it as. What is this concept name called, guys? Refraction of light through a glass prism. So as we know that glass prism we used to represent in the form of just a simple triangle. So for our convenience, for our sake of convenience, this is what we used to call it as glass prism. Glass prism sides are what? A triangle. PQR. Understand, guys? Now, when a ray of light, I hope I will wait for 1 minute. You can finish it slowly, neatly. How to draw? So show some variation. All of you observe here. Have you noticed it? Only this incident ray, refracted ray, and emergent ray are the dark lines. Have you seen? Even the prism is somehow less thickness, and these dotted lines are even more less thickness. That is what variation should be there between the lines. Normal also variation is there. Have you seen it or not, guys? That is what all the lines are not with the same thickness. That is how you are going to draw the diagram. Because if you go to higher educations, minute lines, different kind of pencils you should use, like a B pencil, A pencil, like that, B/2 pencil, like different shades should be very show the variation. You are very good in drawing, I know that. So show that variation always while you are drawing any ray diagram in the physics. I'm saying like incident ray, normal, show some difference in the thickness. That's all. Is it completed?
Yes, sir.
All of you. All the sides should be equal. Is it completed? Respond. Yes.
1 minute, sir.
Now, let us go with this. Now you can see the refraction of light through a glass prism. What will happen? We can see when a ray of light passes through this glass prism, ray of light passes through this glass prism. I will take different colors. So now you observe very carefully. When a ray of light passes through this glass prism, refraction will take place. What is another name of refraction? Anybody? Refraction also we can call it as what? Refraction also we can call it as what? Nobody knows. Dina? Arya? Refraction also we can call it as what? Refraction of light also we can call it as what we should call? That is what? So that is
Bending of light.
How many times I have been told you? Refraction of light or bending of light. That is what? So when a ray of light passes through this glass prism, you can see the refraction or bending of light occurs at both the surfaces. Is it yes, guys? This F1 also will occur and this F2 also will occur. That is what we are called as refractive surfaces. Is it yes or no? Respond me.
Yes, sir.
Now, so the refraction will take place when the light is enters to the prism, when the light is enters the prism, as well as when the light leaves the prism. Both the times the refraction will take place. When the refraction will take place? When the light is enters the prism, as well as when the light leaves the prism, both the surfaces, the refraction will take place. Now you can observe very carefully. The refracting surfaces are two here. Can you able to say what is the names of the refractive surfaces? We have two refractive surfaces. What is that? One is
F1 and F2.
what? Another one is what? One is PQ. Another one is what? PR. Do you understand, guys? Yeah. One refractive surface is PQ and another refractive surface is what? PR.
Yeah.
You should remember. So the refracting surfaces of the prism is one is PQ and PR. They are not parallel each other. Is it yes or no, guys? They are not parallel to each other. So these two are called as what we should call it, Varshini? Refracting surfaces. Surfaces. They are not parallel each other. So that is the reason you can see the emergent ray and the incident ray also not parallel each other. Incident ray is not parallel to not parallel. Not parallel means this is the symbol. Not parallel ray, not parallel to each other. So that is why incident ray and emergent ray also not parallel. Is it understand, Karthikeyan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that is you should remember. So now you can see in this case the ray of light is deviated and passing through the prism. So now how it will be happening? What is the position of emergent ray? So how the MCQs will ask, that is all we will discuss now. So these 2 points all of you noted down. So the parallel, not parallel to each other. What is the symbol of not parallel to each other? This is the symbol of not parallel. All of you should remember. This is the symbol of what? Not parallel to
Not parallel.
Okay, so now this is what in this picture. If you'll observe, the glass prism PQR has been kept on a base of what is the base? Ra? Always base should be. This is
QR.
what is the base? What is the base, Harini? Base is equal to Q.
Q and R.
You understand? Base is equals to QR of the prism. Now I am taking a incident ray. What is the incident ray? Anybody? What is the name of the incident ray? Anybody?
AB.
Maybe, sir.
What about others? You have studied already refraction of light, correct? So always the prism has been kept with a base of what? Base of QR. Understand?
QR.
Base of
Glass.
QR. And I am taking the incident ray, the ray of light, which is AB, is incident on the face. Which face, Ra? Which face it has been incident?
Q.
Q face.
Q.
Which has been incident on which face? Which face, Elamati, Arun Karthikeyan?
PQ, sir.
PQ face. Understand, Arya? Now, observe very carefully. It has been incidented. I have been incidented the incident ray AB on the face of PQ. So, it is entering from which medium to which medium? Can anybody say, all of you? Anybody? Which medium to which medium? Rarer to denser or denser to rarer? Please let me know.
Rarer to denser.
From outside. So, outside. The air is present. So air is, and this is prism. So this is a prism. So this is called as rarer medium, and this is called as what?
Denser medium.
Understand? So as we know that air is entering from rarer to denser. Observe very carefully. Let me imagine this surface is imagined to your horizontal axis. Now light is falling like this. So when it is entering from rarer to denser, how it will be bent? Towards to the normal or away from the normal? How it will be bent? It will move. This is the original path. This is the original path. It is entering from rarer to denser. How it will be bent? That is what I want. It will bend towards to the normal. Is it yes or no, guys? Yes or no? Nobody will. That is what
Yes, sir.
it will bend towards to the normal. Is it correct or not? Towards to the normal. Sir, how to draw this one? Imagine this surface is turn the notebook, rotate the notebook and bring it to your face horizontal like this. Now you can check it. This is what the incident ray. So this is what the original path. Is it yes, guys? This is what the original path of it. But it is entering from where to where? It is entering from rarer to denser. Rarer to denser. It will bend how? Towards to the normal. Is it yes or no? It will bend
Yes,
towards
sir.
the normal. So you can see here, I have been drawn a perpendicular line called as normal. What is this called as? What is this? Normal. So normal representing with what, Nitish Kumar? Normal represented with what?
N and N.
Sir, how to draw normal? You understand or not? How to draw normal here, Kevin? You have to turn the notebook. You have to turn the notebook and you have to make this face, PQ face, to your horizontal view. Do you understand, guys? Your horizontal view, you have to make it. Then you have to draw perpendicular line. Do you understand, guys? Respond me.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
sir.
that is what you have to remember. So, if you'll observe here, the incident ray AB is going from air into glass prism. So, it is entering from which medium to which medium, Ra? Rarer.
Rarer medium to denser medium.
So, this line from B to C, what is the name of refracted light ray? Can you able to say? B and C is called as what? B and C is called as what? AB is called as incident ray. AB is called as incident ray. And BC is called as what, Ra? BC is called as what? Refracted ray. What is it called?
Refracted ray.
All of you should remember. So now, refracted ray is bending towards the normal or away from the normal? Away means like this should go. Now it is coming towards the normal. So what is happening? Towards to the normal. And what is that normal, Ra? B N dash. What is that called as? B N dash. Understand, Ra? So normal B N dash, it is bending and goes along the direction BC. Goes along the direction BC. Till where, Ra? Till where? Till the another surface of prism. Is it yes or no? Yes or no? That is. Now you can observe this BC is called as what? Arvind, what we should call this BC? BC is called as
Refracted ray.
is known as refracted ray of light, which bends towards to the, which is bending towards the which face, Ra? Which is bending towards the face. Which face it is bending towards the downwards. It is coming towards the downwards. Correct or not? Which face it is? It will bend towards the which face? It will bend towards to the, bends towards the which face, guys? QR
Yeah.
face. That is, you should remember. Pranita, are you understand? Pranita, are you there in meeting? Jesse? No response. So that is, so all of you should remember the emergent ray always will show towards the QR face. Why, sir? I will say that reason also. So where the prism thickness is more, guys? At the top or bottom? At the top?
Bottom.
Bottom.
sir.
So that is the reason. Always the refraction, the bending of light towards the understanding bottom surface is more. That is the reason even after emergent ray, after the light is refracted from the second surface of glass prism, it will always bends, understand, towards to the bottom surface of prism. That prism surface is called as what? QR. Understand, guys?
QR.
You can see
QR.
that the light is traveling from BC now, B and C, BC. Understanding the glass prism, it will come out at the second surface. At which point, Ra? The point C. Is it yes, Ra?
Yes, sir.
Point C. Come out into where again? It is coming out into air. Again, it is coming out into air only. Is it no, guys? Now before air into air medium. Now at point C, it is leaving from prism into air. Now you tell me. From
Denser medium to rarer medium.
Denser to rarer medium. Denser to rarer medium.
denser to rarer medium. So as we know that if the light is entering from, let me imagine this is denser and this is rarer. Understand? So now this is the incident ray. You can, now this surface you make it into horizontal. Do you understand, guys? This surface you can make a horizontal and you draw normal line. That normal is assuming as what? What is that normal, Ra?
M dash.
M dash. So now as we know that if we'll draw denser to rarer, this is what the original path, but because of rarer medium, it will bend away from the normal. Is it yes or no? Away from the normal. So the same thing is happening here. So the refraction takes place again at the point C and it is entering from denser to rarer. What is that? Denser to rarer medium. So this rarer medium is who is here? Who is the rarer medium? Elamati? Nitish Kumar? Janani?
R, sir.
Yeah,
R, sir.
So you can observe here refraction takes place again. So since the BC is the water. BC is going from glass to the air, means from the denser medium to rarer medium. It will bend how? Away from the normal. Always it will bend what?
Away from the normal.
Away from the normal.
Remember, away from the normal, and you can observe here, away from the normal, what is that? Normal, MC. What is the normal? MC. Here, what is the normal? B and dash. B and dash is the normal. Here, what is the normal? MC is the normal and will goes along the direction of CD. What we should call it? Goes along the direction of CD. That CD is only called as what, Nitinath?
Emergent ray.
Emergent ray.
Emergent ray. Everybody should say. So that CD is only called as emergent ray. So now you can observe here the emergent ray of light CD again bends. It will bend towards the which face, Ra? Which face of the glass prism? QR. QR of the glass prism. Why? What is the reason behind? Because the thickness of the glass prism is more at the bottom surface. That is the reason. Finally, the emergent ray will bend towards the QR face. Is it okay, guys? Understand, Ra?
Yes.
Now,
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
you can observe here. This is what, from this we can say, when the ray of light passes through a prism, it bends towards to the base of a prism. Is it yes or no, guys? When the ray of light passes through a prism, it will bend towards the which face, Ra? It will bend towards to the base of a prism. Base of a prism.
Base of the prism. You are.
You can say when the ray of light passes through a prism, it will always bend towards to the thicker part of the prism. What we should call? Thicker part of the prism. Thicker part of the prism. And you can see it is just opposite direction of the incident ray, and it is similar to the same direction of incident ray but opposite side. Is it yes or no, guys? Yes. Now you can see. Is it the incident ray and the emergent ray are parallel each other? Is it both are parallel to each other?
No, sir.
Emergent ray, is it parallel to each other? So you can observe here.
No,
Understand?
sir. It's not bad.
The emergent ray CD is not parallel to the incident ray. Which is the incident ray? AB. Because there have been a deviation or change in the path of the light passing through a prism. So now you can see how much it is. So if you just project, understanding that. So now the produce the incident ray AB upward direction, the original path in the upward direction till E point. I am producing the incident ray, understanding projections. This is dots indicating what? Imaginary line. What is that? Imaginary. Understand?
Imaginary line.
Imaginary lines. If you project it till point E, understand? And you can see now this AE is representing the original direction. A is representing what? Original direction. If there is no prism, light ray will go in the same direction. Is it yes or no, guys? So that is why we can say A is called as what? Original direction of the incident ray. What is that? Original
direction of the instant ray.
Original direction. That is, you should remember. Original direction. Like same way, it will produce the emergent ray also in backward direction. Emergent ray also backward direction in a dotted lines. Dotted lines. Till which point? Till which point? Till where it will cut the AE line. Where it will cut the AE line. Where they will intersect each other. That point I am assuming as a what? O. What I am assuming? O. Understand? So now we can say that the original direction of the ray of light. What is the original direction ray of light? What is the original direction of ray of light?
AE.
Understand? AE. But after passing through the prism, it will deviate. It will deviate from its path and goes in the direction of what? Direction of what is that? Direction of what? It is
OD.
direction. What is the direction called as? What is the direction called as? OD. What is that? OD. Understand? This is imaginary. Do you understand? This was till from O to C, it is imaginary. Correct or not? So the total line is called as OD. This total line is called as what? AE. Understand? AE is this total line, original path, and this is the deviated path, OD. That is what you should remember here. Is it okay, guys? So now here, whenever they are intersecting, here they are showing some angle. Have you noticed it? This angle or this angle, all angles are similar. Is it? You can measure here or here, everywhere same angle only. So, but here for your purpose in this picture, they are showing very clearly. So this angle only we should call the angle between the incident ray and the emergent ray is called as angle of deviation. Angle of deviation. So this angle of deviation we should represent with the theta. Understand? This is actually delta we should call. What is the name of this one? Delta. So this is what you should remember. So we can represent with this shape, or else you can represent with the angle of deviation D also. D. But lateral displacement also we can represent with the D only. Is it yes or no? In the rectangular, what is that? Glass prism. That is why rectangular glass prism. That is why you can represent with the delta. What is that called as?
Delta.
That is the symbol of delta. Note it down, all of you. That is. So you can remember here. Is it okay, guys?
So what's the phase of incident ray, sir?
What is what, Ra?
What is the phase of incident ray, sir?
PQ is called as phase of incident ray. PR is the phase of emergent.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now,
So
one more thing you should remember. What, Amma? Speak.
For
Again.
emergent ray, PR or QR, sir?
Emergent ray PR, not Q. Q is here, but it will bending towards the base. That base is called as QR. Is it okay? It is coming towards the downward direction, correct or not? Downward direction. So the downwards is what? The thicker part of the prism. What is the thicker part? QR.
QR.
Understand? That is you should remember. So now observe very carefully. One more point I should say. So this triangular shape also we can call it as peculiar shape. What you should call? Peculiar shape. PECULIR. Please all of you note it down. Peculiar shape or triangular shape of the glass prism, which makes the emergent ray bend with respect to the incident ray. That is you should remember. That is a very, very important. So this triangular prism is only, the triangular shape is only making the bending of emergent ray, making the emergent ray bends with respect to the incident ray. So this triangular shape is also we can call it as what? Peculiar shape. Remember, peculiar shape. So now, please take this screenshot and keep it maintenance if you want. Now, if not, now you can write it down in this. One of the main important thing I should say, that is 2 points, you can note it down. So that point is, first point is what? Always emergent ray will bends what? Bends towards the bottom surface of the prism. That you should write it. Understand?
Sir,
Yeah. Ask me, Padmarsha.
no, sir.
Ask me. No. Why are you hesitating? Right.
No, sir.
Right. When a ray of light, are you clear, Pranav? Anusri? Akshaya? A ray of light passes through a prism, right? It bends how? Dina? It bends towards
To the normal.
Peculiar shape, sir.
Towards to the normal.
towards the base of a prism. Base of prism.
So that is emergent ray only, no, sir.
That is what we are discussing. Inside we don't want.
sir.
Only incident and
Okay,
emergent ray only we want. Inside you have to represent. When it is entering from rarer to denser, denser to rarer. That is you should remember. Is it okay?
What is said to be the peculiar shape?
Yalni?
Yes, sir.
That is. So now, or we can say also what? Bottom surface. That is you can write. When a ray of light passes through a prism, it bends towards the thicker part. What is the thicker part? QR. Understand? QR part of the prism. Is it okay, guys? Next, note. Akil Arfan, note. Note. The peculiar shape also we can call it as what? Triangular shape.
Triangle.
Triangular shape. Tarani, are you there?
Yes, sir.
If I am not calling, then you, sir, I will be silent means not. You have to respond every time. I cannot call you, everybody is correct. So which makes the emergent ray bends with what? With respect to incident ray. With respect to incident ray. Please note it down. Incident. So this is all about refraction of light through glass prism. Any doubt, guys? Ask me.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Varshini, peculiar shape means the triangular only, Varshini. Suppose in this
So that 3D shape of that triangle, that's all it is.
triangular, this
This
is
is an answer.
PQ are only called as peculiar shape. Do you understand? This triangular only called as peculiar shape. So because of this only the inclination is forming. Is it yes or no? This P is only called as
Yes,
what?
sir.
This P is only called as what? What we should call this angle P?
Angle of prism.
Deviation.
Angle of deviation, not angle of deviation is this is prism. Padmavarshini. This is I am asking. What is this called
Angle
as?
of prism.
Angle of prism, the angle between the two faces. Is it yes or no? That is called as angle of prism. Don't get confused. This is angle of prism and this is called as angle of deviation. Understand, Padmavarshini?
Okay, sir.
Why you are getting confusing? Angle of prism is different. So angle of prism is causing because of the triangular shape only. Is it correct or not? So that is what we should call
Yes, sir.
peculiar shape. Understand? So this is all about the
So
refraction.
can you show
What?
starting?
The refraction
Can
of
you
light through a glass prism. Now, in the next class, we will study the next concept, dispersion of light. What is that?
Dispersion of
Dispersion of light.
Dispersion of light, and as well as we will study recombination of spectrum. What is that?
Recombination of spectrum.
Recombination of spectrum. Spectrum again back to the white color. So these two things we will study in the next class. So with this I will stop the today's class. Thank
Can
you.
you show up?
Yeah, ask me. Any doubt?
No doubt, sir. Can you show up, sir, like from refraction of light through a glass prism?
Yeah. This picture?
No, sir. You wrote no, sir. It has a peculiar shape and note.
Oh, okay, 1 minute. Yeah. Thank you, all of you. You can leave from the meeting. Those who
Sir,
committed.
little more up, sir.
Thank you, sir.